Welcome to the Bitcoin Jones channel. Today we're chatting about Mirollex, and as always, this is not financial advice, so do your research and make sure this is right for you. So last time I rounded up my first cycle with Mirollex and how I took my $100 investment and made it into $150. Now that is kind of boring because earning 50% profit in crypto is kind of dull. No one wants to hear that you made a little bit of money. People want to hear that you made the big bucks, the crazy gains and such. I'll get to that in a moment, but I just need to preface a couple of things first. Here at the Bitcoin Jones channel, I love to tell a story and weave a tale. I like to get you invested in the story and take you through the ups and downs before I dive into the real meat and potatoes of the plot. Some may hate this, and that's fine. There are so many crypto tubers out there that just thrust at you fast and dry. I'm not like that. I like slow and steady with plenty of lubrication, and my preferred lubrication is words, storytelling, and humour. So if you have a minute, let me use them to slide something into your ears. I wonder if I should put some sexy music on while I say that. Probably not. It's already really weird as it is. Where was I? Oh yes, I successfully withdrew my rewards from Mirollex last week. There was a bit of a cliffhanger at the end of the last video, and I'm very happy to report that the $150 withdrawal I did last Tuesday evening landed safely in my BTC wallet in the early hours of Wednesday morning. That was the cliffhanger. I also ended the video with a question, and the question was, what do I do next with Mirollex? Well, I'm here today to tell you that, and I'll be getting to that very soon. Yeah, I know it's called the tease, and again, I don't want to go in dry and leave you sore and unfulfilled. So, my $150 was burning a little hole in my wallet because it wasn't money that I expected to see again, so for me this was fun money. I'd already written it off. At the very same time I had this thought, I saw a notification from Telegram, and it was the announcement of a new platform coming to town, and it came highly recommended. Which in crypto means I've put money into this, you have the option to do so too. I'm usually not very cynical, but you have to be aware that if you're new to crypto and investment platforms alike, and especially HYIPs, people usually want something from you. No one does these things out of the kindness of their hearts. Whether it's for YouTube views or just referral commission, you have to understand it's the same reason that McDonald's don't tell you you're going to get fat and your mother tells you you're her favourite child, because the truth hurts and white lies are easier to swallow. I in no way have my hands clean either. Don't think I'm all high and mighty. I'm not. I do want you to use my link for Mirollex, but you need to be aware of the risk. Okay, I'm getting off topic again, apologies. So this $150 was in my wallet for about 4 hours before I decided to put it into another platform. Stupidly, but we all do it, we get bored, anxious, or just downright dumb and think that the money's better off in a sketchy hype rather than a tried and tested platform. I fell victim to that very mania. Instead of reinvesting my $150 into established platforms like QubitTech and Mirollex, I dropped it into FX Ocean, which for anyone out there that doesn't know, it was a platform. It lasted 12 days, so the less I talk about it, the better. But FX Ocean leaving so abruptly has made me want to go cold turkey on HYIPs. So from now onwards, I, Bitcoin Jones of the internet, will not be entering any HYIPs or sketchy platforms again. I want to see the founders' faces, I want to see internal documents, I want to see Twitter pages, and I want to see more realistic results. If you can't meet that set of criteria, I'm not interested, pal, okay? Jesus, that's another tangent, sorry again, but you have to admit, I'm weaving a nice little tale here, right? The hook at the beginning, the interest, and the intrigue in the middle, and now onto the finale, the climax, the ending, what you've all been waiting for. I just reinvested $1,000 back into Mirollex. Cool, thanks for watching, bye! Okay, I think I might have finished too quickly there. Let me elaborate on this. After a few days of thought and consideration, I was done with HYIPs and weighed up my options. I'd finished my cycle with Mirollex and found the platform to be stable and reliable. I was really happy with my results, and it's just been marvellous, so I actually take back my reservations that I first had. This now seems like a platform that I'm going to get fully behind, and I figured I could do this in one of two ways. Number one, pimp the absolute living daylights out of it on YouTube and get a few extra dollars from Refcom, or number two, put my money where my mouth is and get a little more involved. Now, because I spilled the beans earlier, you know I went with option number 2. I put my money where my mouth is. I created a spreadsheet and went through all the plans that Mirollex has to offer. If you're not familiar, they have 6 plans. The first 3 are deposit withdrawal, which means you can withdraw your profits daily, so bear that in mind if you want to get involved. Naturally, these are lower yielding plans, so it's higher risk but higher reward with the second 3 plans. So from the top we have the Jackson plan, which is the plan I tested before. This one starts at $100 and gives daily rewards of between 0.8% and 1.5%, and the plan runs for 20 working days, which basically means for 4 weeks because Mirollex don't work weekends. Next is Grant, 30 working days, so 6 weeks. The minimum on this one is $1,000 and rewards are between 1 and 2%. So I guess this one is more akin to a QubitTech, except the whole weekend thing. Finally, on the first group is Franklin, and this one is kind of tasty because it's a 5k minimum deposit and runs for 40 working days, or 8 weeks, or 2 months. And this one has a juicy profit percentage of between 1.5 and 2.5%. Again, those 3 can have their daily rewards removed if you wish. The next 3 have your deposit locked for the duration, and spoiler alert, I've gone for one of these 3. First we have Crypto Trend, minimum of $100, and the plan lasts for a bit longer. This one is 50 working days. So you'll have your $100 or whatever locked away for 10 weeks. You'll be able to track your rewards in the back office, but you can't touch them until the time has been served. So you'll see this as a risk, and yes, I totally agree. Some will want to withdraw daily, weekly or monthly and compound, and that's actually quite a good strategy. The choice is yours, your money, your choice. The rewards are higher, however. This one gives between 3.6 and 4.7%. Next, our Lord and Saviour, Nakamoto. This bad boy locks your funds up for 60 working days, which equates to about 12 weeks, but gives some really nice rewards from between 3.3 and 5.5%, and the minimum is $1,000 for this one. Finally, it's Freedom. Here you have to drop at least $3,000 to unlock Freedom, but then your funds are locked for the longest time, which is 80 working days. This is 16 weeks or 3 months, which seems very long, but actually when you compare it to QubitTech, it's still a short period of time, as it takes 4 months to even break even on QubitTech. Alright, take a little guess which plan I went into. Jackson? Wrong. Been there, done that. Crypto Trend? Close, but no cigar. Franklin? Well, no, I need $5,000 for that one. With that being said, you need $3,000 for Freedom, so that one's out too. So what does that leave? Grant? Wrong again. I've invested $1,000 into the Nakamoto plan. I put together a spreadsheet which showed the worst case scenario, which took the lower daily percentage of 3.3, times that by 1,000, and that gave me $33 per day, then times that by 60 days to get a conservative figure of $1,980, which basically doubles my investment, which is already good enough for me. However, I then did the same formula with the highest percentage, and this means the maximum I can get from this plan is $3,120, which triples my deposit. So, when I was calculating those potential figures, I used Mirollex last 14 days rewards from their Twitter account, and then took an average percent for the Nakamoto plan, which it turns out to be around 4.29%, and using that percent to calculate my final figure, I realistically should get about $2,574, which is just great for me. Now, disclaimer time. This is money I know that if I lose, I will not fall flat on my arse and become homeless. This for me is on the medium scale of risk. I've already been through a cycle with the platform before, so I actually deem it reliable. I have a contact who is quite involved with Mirollex, and they've just reinvested another $38,000 into the platform. So it's these kind of little things that give me a little more confidence in the website. Of course, it can pack up and walk away tomorrow. You should know this too. So invest wisely and cautiously, because I would really hate to see anyone lose money on this platform after taking my recommendation. I've seen too many people lose money in FX Ocean needlessly, so proceed with your guard up. With all that being said, my link for Mirollex is in my Linktree down below. Head to the video description, click the Linktree link, and then find the tab labelled Mirollex. Have a look around, see what you think. If you have any questions, I'm available on Telegram, Twitter, and Facebook, and you can also find links to those in my link tree too. If you've enjoyed today's story, please leave a like and also subscribe to my channel. I'm kind of at the stage now that I have the time to reply to comments, so if you can't be bothered to leave YouTube and find me elsewhere, leave a comment down below. Don't leave links because YouTube will send them to spam and I won't get to see them. Alright, see you soon. Bye bye.